How's it going, everybody? My name is Skylar Geer, independent country singer-songwriter from Sandy, Utah. And this is a country singer reviews music.
As long as my dream's alive, I will survive.
Today we are going to be reviewing Koe Wetzel's new EP. It's called These Are Going Nowhere, the mixtape. These Are Going Nowhere mixtape, just a very simple album cover with his name and like a mixtape vibe. Nothing too crazy, and it works. Track 1 is called Feel Better. The production's very cool. It's very that alternative rock, grunge vibes with, the modern production on it. So it's big, it's punchy, the drums are nice. The way he's delivering the lyrics is almost like a rap or like that punk rock vibe. As far as the lyrics go, it's like he's talking to a girl. Almost one that's not allowed to be around him. But if it makes you feel better, you can tell all these people these things about me so I don't look so bad. Guitar solo is very late 90s, early 2000s. Very drum driven and just some big power chords on the guitars. It's just a fun, good opening tune. 8 out of 10. Track 2 is called GTFO. If you don't know what that stands for, listen to the song. He'll say it. So this starts out very kind of dark with like this movie score vibe, lots of reverb. Guitars are kind of deep in the mix, just very broad and big. There's a reverb plugin that I like to use for my music because I like to do a lot of 80s vibes. There's actually two different ones, but there's the micro shift and then there's the Valhalla. Both of these can just make instruments very wide, almost taking like a single instrument and making it sound like multiple. So it's very cool. And I wouldn't doubt that they're using something like that or something similar here. This is definitely a breakup song. Talking about a girl that's not very appreciative of him. Like she's been changing, manipulating people, lying, not taking accountability. And he's just fed up. And so he's like, get the F out. GTFO. And there's a guy named Koe Wetzel who's another kind of country rocker, alternative rocker out of Texas as well. And this has a lot of Koe Wetzel vibes to me. And it's nice. It's a total vibe, this tune. I like it. 9 out of 10. Track 3 is called Run Away. This has got a slow build, some really cool drums, light in the mix with some shaker, just some simple guitar beds, just kind of strumming the chords. And then when verse 2 comes in, the drums really kick it up. And guitar's got like this cool acoustic thing going on. There's probably 2 acoustic tracks going on. And then kind of the reverby thing again with the guitars in the background. Solo is just totally grunge rock, man. It's just got that vibe. And that's what Koe likes. That's what he's always kind of said he is. He doesn't like to be called just country because he leans more to the rock world. There's obviously some country elements with some of his songs, but he doesn't like to be put into a box. So don't put him in a box. And the song ends just really nice. That acoustic comes up even louder in the mix, and it just shines. The lyrics are talking about a guy who's made some mistakes. He's gotten a little crazy. He may have said some things he didn't mean. And basically he's just telling the girl to get away from me. Run away. Like, I'm no good. I'm a mess. I'll probably never change. I'll never be the man you want me to be. So just bounce before you get hurt worse. I dig that. That's a 9 out of 10. Track 4 is called College. Again, really cool intro. Guitar is doing a very Limp Bizkit, Korn, new metal kind of a thing. And I dig that a lot because I love those bands. The drums are banging. Koe comes in with his delivery, which is very rap rock, especially on verse 2. And there's like that thick driving electric guitar. It's totally new metal vibes. As far as the song, he's just talking about how he parties hard too much, and he knows that. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I don't drink, I don't use drugs. My dad was a bad alcoholic. I've just kind of stayed away from it. And I try to avoid singing about it because it's not authentic to me. That's not what I do, unless I'm talking about like addictions or stuff like that, stuff that I'm more familiar with. And so I tend to kind of back away from a lot of drinking songs. This just has a different feel because it's not just necessarily about drinking. It's just being in college and partying too much and pissing people off, but realizing that and trying to grow up. And, if you know anything about Koe, there's been some history of that and getting crazy. And, now he's got a kid and he's married and he's just trying to grow up a little bit. So overall, I really enjoy the song because it sounds great. I may not totally relate with the partying and the craziness because I just never did that. but I do like it. It sounds really nice. This is a 9 out of 10. Track 5 is called Lonesome Dove. You'll notice I haven't been mentioning any of the songwriters because I couldn't really find any information about this EP. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Koe wrote them all. Maybe someone helped him with them. Unclear. But Lonesome Dove, if you don't know, that's a very popular Western series from the 90s. I think it was based off a book as well. Some good stuff, good, awesome Western stuff if you're into that. As far as the song goes, this is kind of a slower ballad start. Really unique piano that's kind of going on, a repetitive thing. The drums are doing something super new, unique when we hit verse 2. It's like way deep in the mix, and it's just kind of almost sounds like clapping and gunshots or something. It's just different. It's just different, and I like that. It's kind of cool. It just gives it more of a open and kind of a Western vibe, especially on the solo. Guitar solo is very Western vibes. So far, this is like the most country sounding of the project. And the song is just talking about this guy. He's just looking for his lonesome dove. He doesn't seem to fit in with the norms, and he's just kind of wandering about. Verse 2, he's like he's bumped into an old friend, wondering how they're doing. Seems like they've had some troubles, and then he's had some troubles, and he's just been traveling, and he doesn't trust people. There's certainly some nods to kind of that classic Western series, wandering about Texas, and it's almost kind of a different way to look at Koe's career and like how it started. Like he kind of was working his way up through Texas and wandering, and then it just became this big thing. And so it's all kind of paid off for him, and it's kind of a fun way to look at it. This is a 9 out of 10. Track number 6 is called Sweet Texas Strange. This is tricky and it's fun. It starts off with like a new metal kind of a thing, and then quickly a viola comes in and yanks it back to kind of this country vibe, but very dark. I think it's a viola. Viola kind of has a little bit, I mean, it sounds like a fiddle, a violin, but it's almost like a deeper tone, tuned it a little lower. I could be wrong on that, but it sounds very similar to Koe's early project, which was called Out on Parole. There's a song called Gravedigger, and it's the same sound, so it's really badass, and it's probably the same person playing it from 10 years ago, and I really dig it, and this is the most country of all the songs. I mean, so it kind of worked its way. Like we were very alternative rock, and then these last two songs have a lot of country vibes. Kind of fun to kind of mix all that together. As far as the song goes, it's just talking about a girl who left him, and the weather was shitty that day, and he just ends up at the bar and just trying to find comfort, not necessarily in alcohol, which, you know, I've mentioned, you're not going to find it there, but just like other people at the bar that might be down on their luck and you can relate to and hang out with. And he's like talking about this ex-girl, but he's meeting all these new girls. He's like, God, I kind of wish they were the other girl. So it's just kind of that inner demon of losing somebody and trying to find comfort in a stranger. And it's a pretty solid song overall. I mean, I dig it. I don't totally relate to the lyrics myself because I haven't been down that road exactly. But there's a lot to love here, and it's a 9 out of 10. So that's all the songs on the EP. He did put out a single about a month before the EP called Time Goes On. Not sure why he didn't put it on the EP. It's got a lot of the similar vibes, kind of grungy and fun. So check that one out as well. And be sure to check out Koe Wetzel's These Are Going Nowhere, a mixtape. If there's any other albums you'd like me to review, country or any other genre, I'd be happy to do it. Drop that in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.